What's going on, everybody? It's your OBC, your original Boruto Chief, Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys some breaking news for the Naruto universe, including anime fans for the Naruto IP. For the first time in 11 years, Naruto will be holding a really big stage event and multiple reveals at New York's Comic-Con. While this time Masashi Kishimoto won't be there like he was in 2015, we're getting the Japanese voice actors for Naruto and Sasuke. As well as for Boruto fans, we're getting people from Jump magazine where Boruto's published, and the official announcement has a lot of people in the fandom buzzing right now. Anime projects, plural, as in more than one, are part of the official announcement that we just got today, along with updates on the future of the Naruto universe and updates on the trading card game that is coming. Naturally, this has Boruto fans staring at the announcement like Momoshiki just opened his Byakugan while controlling Boruto's body, because everyone wants to know, is this the time where Boruto's anime finally returns? But before someone starts booking the Boruto Part 2 anime celebration party, I actually think that something different is about to be announced here, because they just said that there are anime projects plural. However, I'm not ruling it out, since the announcement did say anime projects plural and Boruto is referenced in the press kit. To avoid going into detail, going super specific on why the Boruto anime is on hiatus, why it's taking so long to come back, and all the behind the scenes stuff, I'm gonna leave the detailed video breaking down Boruto's anime situation in the description box, and a second video going over the confirmed art style change that the Naruto pipeline will be using moving forward. Again, I don't rule out something about Boruto's anime getting dropped here, but I personally think Shueisha will save that for Jump Festa in December, and we'll know that for certain when the stage reveals for Jump Festa start coming out in a few weeks. So the reason why this is so big, why this is a breaking news video, why you should care, is that Shueisha is purposely using a big platform to push out news regarding anime projects for the Naruto IP. Again, plural, as in more than one. New York Comic-Con is one of the biggest in the world, and when things break there, it travels extremely quickly. And with the Naruto anime announcements being promoted as the major anime attraction at Comic-Con this year, on top of the timing for this being anniversary season, and the date being October 10th, which is Naruto's birthday. If you're a Naruto fan, when it comes to the Naruto IP, I think your expectations need to be extremely high. We're in the 25th anniversary for Naruto's anime. We're in the 27th anniversary for the Naruto IP as a whole. We are coming up on the 10th anniversary for Boruto's anime. That being said, this is being treated very similar to how Shueisha did the Naruto New Era project back in 2014, which that spawned celebrations for Naruto's anniversary that went from 2014 all the way to 2016, with the last thing being released being Boruto's promoted manga debut. There's a natural pipeline of Naruto to Boruto, which is why Ikimoto's trademark and Boruto were included in the press kit for this announcement. So I'm not pouring cold water on the heads of Boruto fans. If you have your hopes up and you're a Boruto fan, mine aren't going up beyond 30%, but if yours are high, I completely understand it. You have the voice actors who are headlining it. You have the trading card game getting a mega push, which is a big deal in of itself if you're into trading card games, which I personally am not, but I am a card collector, so I get the hype behind that. And that trading card game also includes the Boruto IP. The focus on the future of the Naruto universe, including a roadmap for the future of the universe being unveiled, that's huge. The anime projects plural opens up the door for multiple things. Behind door number one, we have the 4 Naruto special episodes that began in 2023 but were scrapped due to the poor conditions of the Naruto pipeline at Studio Pierrot, which resulted in the entire pipeline being rebuilt from scratch. Which, when I say the Naruto pipeline, that includes Boruto, since that pipeline works on Boruto. We know from credible sources that those episodes have been finished since fall of 2025. That is not a Studio Pierrot problem that we don't have the episodes. That is a production committee issue. So think of the production committee as being the companies who invest in the Naruto and Boruto IP and the network that the anime airs on, which is TV Tokyo. You want to kickstart hype for those 4 episodes, you debut something here at New York Comic Con on one of the biggest stages, particularly if those episodes are going to air in fall of 2026 or during winter anime season. So think December 2026 to January and February of 2027. Given the story for those episodes came from Kishimoto directly, it makes even more sense. But the announcement said anime projects plural, which that brings me to door number 2, which is an anime movie. While it is currently 27 years since the manga debuted, it is currently the 25th anniversary of Naruto's anime. And we have not gotten anything for the Naruto anime, anything major for this 25th year. And that makes perfect timing to announce something. Given the editor assigned to the Naruto franchise, which again includes Boruto, has a history of putting anime episodes together and having them air in a movie theater, this could be the direction that it goes. However, it could be a brand new anime movie, since the last Naruto movie we got was 11 years ago in 2015 when Boruto Naruto the movie dropped and became the highest grossing movie in the Naruto franchise. So if you have somebody that is a hardcore Naruto fan that says, why do they have Boruto? Why is that a thing? Fans voted when they went to go see that movie because the manga was already planned. The timetable to get the anime out got pushed up because of the success of the movie itself. The idea of Kishimoto writing another original movie potentially for Naruto or Boruto or both is not crazy. It makes a lot of sense, especially given Kishimoto over the last year has been giving Ikimoto his flowers as a writer. Boruto the movie was co-written with Kodachi, and Kishimoto allowed Kodachi to make changes to his script. Like the Vanish from Rasengan, that was a Kodachi concept. So the idea of Ikimoto being the co-writer for the movie, that will be another passing of the torch moment, and this time you are passing the torch to someone who's not going to burn bridges with the anime staff like Kodachi was reported to have done late 2019, early 2020. That would also fit the idea of anime projects plural. The 4 special episodes being announced, and then a Naruto or Boruto movie being announced with Kishimoto and Ikimoto being involved creating the story. That would also again explain why Ikimoto's trademark is in the promotional materials. Business-wise, it makes a lot of sense. The production committee is going to want more than just 1 month of Naruto episodes airing on TV Tokyo, even with reruns of those episodes airing. And a movie gives them another bite at the apple given how long it's been, and it holds fans over until an anime return for Boruto, which that brings me to door number 3, the Boruto anime announcement. Again, I am personally skeptical here for anything regarding Boruto's anime. Let me be very clear, I don't rule it out. I'm putting it about 30%, which if you're making a bet, a 30% chance, that would be something that you would buy in terms of taking the odds on something. The 4 Naruto special episodes, we know that they're pending. We know that Boruto and Naruto are a huge part of Studio Pierrot's global marketing strategy. They are the cornerstone gemstones as a part of their 10-year plan. April 2027 would be the 10-year anniversary for Boruto's anime. If you announce something at Comic-Con, at one of the biggest stages in the world, New York Comic Con, it makes a lot of sense, and you will be able to piggyback off of everything you're getting with all the Naruto announcements. The production committee, when you really sit down and think about it, early 2027 makes the most sense. It is part of why, for the better part of the last 3 years, I've been saying repeatedly, don't be shocked if you're a Boruto anime fan and they take the approach of Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist, where they wait 4 to 5 years between what you got with the first season of the anime and what you get with the second, because monthly manga take longer to build up material. And unless you want those boring random ass episodes where Chocho is participating in a beauty contest and is going to use the prize money to get a super secret chocolate cream puff recipe bought with the prize money or some bullshit like that, This is the approach that you needed, on top of the fact that the Naruto production pipeline had to be rebuilt from scratch, which, reminder, Naruto has its own platform in terms of a pipeline. Bleach has its own pipeline. Kingdom has its own pipeline. Black Clover has its own pipeline. It's not a bunch of people all saying, I'm going to do this, you do this, you do this. Everybody is on a different platform. Some people carry over. Everybody is on a different platform for the most part. The early 2027 return makes the most sense. That is part of why I personally think that they would wait for Jump Festa, but in theory, you could announce something here and then at Jump Festa do a key visual for a Two Blue Vortex anime. That is possible. And it would allow you to start the marketing for the 10-year anniversary of Boruto's anime. We will know the direction this ultimately ends up taking, because in a few weeks, Shonen Jump will start publishing what characters what series are going to be getting super stages, or whether or not they're going to get a lesser stage, etc. That's going to include Boruto. Depending on where Boruto is listed stage-wise, that's going to tell you a lot on terms of what you need to know. But taking this approach, as much as people have hated it, it's for the better, because it allows you to have a healthy production schedule. Back when Boruto's anime director was a part of that documentary that Studio Pierrot released, I believe, last year, and he talked about how he got his start on Naruto Shippuden. One of the things we saw is that he had Boruto manga volumes, he had V-Jump magazine volumes, which means that he was working on stuff for Boruto. That is part of why I said, hey, if those special anime episodes ended in 2025, they got wrapped up, don't be shocked if Boruto's anime was in pre-production sometime during early 2025 or summer 2025, and you're getting a 16 to 18 or potentially a 20-month pre-production schedule, which, for reference, that is a really big deal. That is a very healthy pre-production schedule. Jujutsu Kaisen had a 16-month production schedule. Chainsaw Man had an almost 20-month production schedule before season 1. That is what you want. You can properly plan and get everything in place. That way you can start production on the anime likely in summer 2026. So I do believe Boruto's anime is in production. The fact that one of the former animators for Boruto's anime has already talked and teased about the fact that Studio Pierrot is going to go with a different art style in terms of the presentation, because Demon Slayer changed the game in that regard. I definitely think something's in production, so I don't rule it out. Again, I'm only at 30%, but I'm being cautiously optimistic, and I feel you should as well. My only hope is that whoever is serving as director for Boruto's anime, or producer for Boruto's anime, use Ikimoto's art style. I do not want to see a Boruto anime once again drawn in a way where Boruto characters look like they are following the Masashi Kishimoto model. Make a clean break. Kishimoto himself directly told Ikimoto, do not try to use my art style, embrace your own for this. I kind of feel like the anime needs to do the same thing, just for a synergy purpose, because somebody watching the anime, they pick up the manga looks completely different. You need it for synergy purposes. I don't care if we get the glossy Demon Slayer type colors and etc. Just give me smooth animation and give me Ikimoto's art style. If you got to get a new character designer, do it. And just logically speaking, I mean, there's a lot of incentive there. You get the New York Comic-Con buzz. If you were to do something there, the other benefit you get too is because Naruto is so much bigger in North America than Boruto is, because there's a civil war in the fandom. This gives you an opportunity. You can pull back in some of the Naruto fans who had a bad first impression with Boruto. As I've said before, you get one opportunity at a rebrand when you roll this back out. I will die on the hill. I don't think that you need to start things off. The first thing people see is 12-year-old Boruto. They're going to think it's the same thing. Anything you need to cover from before, you can cover it through creative storyboarding when you adapt chapter 1 of Boruto Two Blue Vortex, or you do an episode 0. But the sooner you can get into teenage Boruto, the better, because you get one opportunity at a rebrand. And kicking something like that off at New York Comic Con, it makes the most sense from a trickle down perspective. I understand it if that's what they do. Announce something there and then do a key visual at Jump Festa, and you're off to the races at that point. But that brings me to door number 4, which I think is a slept-on door. The Naruto live-action movie that is set to begin filming in early 2027. The director for Spider-Man's new movie is the director and the writer for this movie. He's also a huge Naruto fan. Kishimoto is directly involved in this movie. One of the biggest casting agencies in Asia is overseeing the worldwide casting search for Naruto, and they've been going over thousands of auditions for the core Team 7, Kakashi, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. New York Comic Con would be the ideal place where you reveal those four first, or at the bare minimum, the Naruto and Sasuke actors, especially since Naruto's an IP, has history at New York Comic Con, and you'll be riding on the wave of Spider-Man 4 being on track to hit $2 billion at the box office, before you even factor in the outside investments that Samsung and Google and other brands made into the movie, because all those Samsung's phones and laptops that you saw, those are paid product placements, and that's how movies like Superman, Supergirl, Spider-Man make back a chunk of their production budget before one ticket is ever sold. You get the cheap pop of Naruto and Sasuke's voice actors there doing the announcements and the likely Q&A that happens, and then you get the money shot of the voice actors with meeting the live action actors for Naruto and Sasuke in the picture. This is a big deal though. Again, anime projects plural, and for TV Tokyo, Naruto and Boruto respectively remain their highest grossing and most profitable IPs in terms of anime, despite having series like Bleach and Spy Family, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Black Clover there. For Studio Pierrot, they've already said in both 2023 or 2024, I did a video covering it, as a part of their statement to their shareholders, and again recently, that Naruto and Boruto are the core part of their global strategy, beyond just Naruto as an IP being introduced in parts of the world for the first time. But also both IPs, Naruto and Boruto, are the core part of their global strategy for the next 10 years, are the top priority. So there is something brewing here. Side note, I'm already going to be in the tri-state area around that time, so I may just extend my stay there. I was at Comic-Con in 2015 since that was a big deal. The closing of one chapter of Naruto while on the cusp of a new beginning is why I went there. I may bite the bullet and go again this year, since this feels like it might be part of a global launch for a new chapter in the Naruto franchise. Only this time, I'll be in that Obito mask because I'm not doing an official face reveal until we cross the 1 million subscriber milestone like we planned back in 2018. Though OG viewers from Anime Explained know, out of these 7 people who have been on sponsored content, they know which one was me, because I was on camera for the first 3 years I ever did YouTube before I switched to the faceless content wave. So if I go, the news videos will likely have footage from the event, assuming we're allowed to record anything, because I remember back in 2015, they were very picky about cameras. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, clicking on the left to check out this Naruto Explained video, or click here on the right for this video that YouTube says you would definitely enjoy watching.